Lupa is the newest 5-star fusion broadblade unit in Wuthering waves, and in this video I want to show you guys a few cool things that Lupa can do that is not really explained in the game, which is pretty neat if you find it out for yourself. Also, thank you for Wuthering waves for sponsoring this. Well, first of all, the biggest appeal of Lupa is that she's a fusion buffer. So that means if you have Lupa, you're pretty much future-proof for every fusion character in the future. And honestly, she might be even the best fusion buffer for the next coming years, because her fusion buff goes up to 80% if you have her signature weapon. It's not 80%, but it's like 70 something. I want to keep this video simple. Her biggest appeal is gonna be that she is a buffer and pretty much somewhat of a support unit. And if you expect damage levels like Kydroplays, you probably will be a bit disappointed. Because since Lupa is a buffer and a support, she is here to make your other fusion characters stronger. This is why you should get her. Because I did see people being confused about her. And I kinda get it, since everything about her kinda screams gladiator and fighter, and she's kinda addicted to fighting, you know? She's kind of a psycho too, which is kinda hot. But honestly, her fusion buffs are freaking insane. So having her in your account is already quite a valuable character. As most people would say, there's always gonna be main DPS characters, but not a lot of buffers in this game. And securing the best buffer for one element is quite of a huge deal. So of course, Lupa will level up your Brand, your Changli, or even your Encore or Chixia. And of course, every upcoming fusion DPS, maybe Augusta, she kind of looks like she's about fire. I mean, she has the sun on her head, just speculation. And now looking at Brand and Changli and what type of damage these characters can already do with Lupa is quite correct. You have to realize Changli is a sub DPS and Brand is a healer. So if these two characters already hit for like 200, 300,000 damage, just with the buffs of Lupa. So what's gonna happen if we pair up Lupa with an actual main DPS on-fielder in the future? I'm quite excited to find this out. I hope you're gonna get a new fusion character soon. Nonetheless, of being a buffer, Lupa still has somewhat of the most insane animations in the game. She feels amazing to play, it's super fluent, especially if you pair up with Brand and Changli. It's a fantastic synergy between those characters. Now, I didn't try her out with Encore or Chixia enough yet, so I cannot really comment on that, but I did see videos where they also performed so much better. And especially Encore can benefit from one of the mechanics that Lupa has, because you see, Lupa has a Wolf Pack buff that buffs up your fusion damage and your attack percent. But what this one also does is, it also gives you an auto dodge. So that means if you get attacked on one of your team members, Lupa will actually help you dodge. You don't even need to do anything. And this is quite huge for Encore, because she somewhat needs a few seconds to perform her rotation. And being interrupted in between those rotations can hurt your damage output quite a lot. And of course, this goes for every character as well. Having this cheat dodge, that's what I like to call it, is quite of a huge deal, because it helps you just doing your rotations better. Another thing that Lupa can do, which is most of her damage output actually, is when you perform your liberation, you're supposed to actually use other characters' intro attacks. And if you have performed up to 2 intros, your final intro into Lupa will actually deal massive amounts of damage. That's an enhanced intro attack. So that means Lupa is also one of those characters that you need to level up the intro skill with. So yeah, kinda rest in peace, level up materials for your skills, but it's definitely worth it. It has a huge damage multiplicator. So definitely level up this intro skill. And what a lot of people actually don't know is that Lupa actually is faster than most other units in the game. Because after sprinting longer than 3 seconds, she enters a speed boost mode. I guess you could call it she enters hunting mode because she's a wolf. But it actually gets better than this, because if you start sprinting in this speed boosted state, she will also get a buff. This buff actually enhances your next basic attack. This is actually such a cool detail, which is quite a nice addition to her wolf thematic. Other than that, Lupa actually has an insane iframe amount when she does her dodge counter. This can help quite a lot. Now, for people that don't know what an iframe is, it's quite simple. It's just a few frames in your animations that make you invincible, basically. So when she does this specific animation in her combat animations, she's actually invincible during this time. And she's not gonna receive any type of damage during this animation. So if you're somebody who's good at dodging, you actually can benefit from this a lot. Another cool thing about Lupa is one thing about her forte, because when she actually fills up her forte, not only is she losing clothes and gets somewhat of a way different look, by firing up her wolf ears and her tail, they catch fire, and also she looks so much hotter, to be honest, pun intended. But what this also does is, after using an enhanced skill and she starts sitting on her spear, you can actually swap out to your other units. And what she offers now in this state, if you use a liberation with one of your team members, she will actually do a bonus attack on top of that. Now, this one doesn't do the craziest amount of damage, but it definitely adds damage to your overall damage output. And what's even better about this attack that she does on top of your liberation, what this thing also does is it actually groups up your enemies when you perform this bonus attack from her, which can be quite beneficial, especially in the Whimpering Wasters endgame mode, when you need a lot of grouping up mechanics. I've been enjoying Lupa so much, and she's a blast to play. Her animations are super fun to perform, and if you have Brand or Chang-Li or any other fusion unit and you want them to do massive amounts of damage, she will be the most valuable character for you. And that's pretty much it, guys. I appreciate you all for watching. If this was helpful, give this a like, subscribe to the channel, and I see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.